Welcome to part 2. We're joined by Andy, who's not from Aberdeen, by the way, although he led me a merry dance for 2 years, making out he were. I just want to give a big shout out to Gary's scheme, www.boxersinneed.com. It's a good cause, all legit. If you don't believe me, go look at Peter Fury's Twitter or Huey's. Right. Oh, Focus International, our sister channel. Go and have a look what I've just put on there. If you want to talk about people with big balls, I mean, my balls are massive. How's Andy?
Not bad, mate. Yourself?
You on that Smirnoff where I'm on, Andy?
I'm on Ciroc.
On what?
Ciroc, it's French vodka. That stuff there. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
So, I'll be upside down now, but it's aye. It's nice. I got it on. I tried it on an aeroplane last year.
Yeah.
We were in Lanzarote last year.
Ooh.
First time I've been over in Lanzarote last year. First time I've been abroad for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And we were on the plane on the way over, and I thought, I fancy a wee vodka. And I heard the woman saying, oh, there's no vodka left. And I spied a bottle of that, miniature. I says, what about that? Is that no vodka there? And she goes, oh yeah, we don't have any Smirnoff. I says, well, it doesn't matter. I'll try any vodka. So I got that. It was nice. It's similar to Grey Goose, I think. I think it's actually made with grapes. So if I'm right, I don't know what it says on it. It probably does say on the bottle somewhere. I'm sure it's made from grapes, but it's very nice. It's quite expensive. It's 40 odd quid a bottle, I think it is.
Yeah, it's quite dear, isn't it? It's I'm proper going for it here with t-shirts, aren't I? I think to haircut. Think I should have a perm. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe he'll like grow a week or so.
What?
Maybe have to give it a week or so before you get the perm.
Welcome Estates and we got here. Team Fury. Team Huey. Huey's coming for all of them, aren't you, Huey? Big fucking guns, America. Look at them.
I've got Coca-Cola.
I'm getting in Boston Spengler kill. I'll choke life out you. Eh? Choke life out you. Okay. We've exhausted the heavyweight division, haven't we? But we've got to talk about it. Big Meech against Triple Knee. Who have you got?
Triple Knee.
Yeah, Triple Knee. I've got Triple Knee. You know why? Because I can't stand Joshua. I hope he gets put on bottom moon. But the other one's not much cop either. Two big stiffs.
That's it.
Two big stiffs. Well, that's what they are, isn't it, really? We've got Ben Davidson and Don Charles giving them both a reach around. What this is, it's reach around territory.
That's the best of a bad bunch, isn't it? It's
That's what.
Outside Usyk. I mean, who else have you got? There's nobody on his level, is there?
No.
Though I do rate Bacoli. I think Bacoli would beat Joshua and Dubois.
Yeah.
I think so. I think Bacoli's he's avoided man, isn't he? Well, see how he gets. If he gets the Zhang fight, see how he goes. But Bacoli's got fast hands, isn't he? He's deceptive. He's a big guy. He's probably need to lose a couple of stone, but he's a bit of a powerhouse as well, isn't he? Smashed up Jared Anderson. Run right over him, didn't he?
You think Billy Nelson's giving Bacoli a reach around?
I like Billy Nelson. He's a straight talker as well. He's like Peter Fury and like yourself. He's a straight talker. There's no bullshit with him, and he backs his man to the hilt. I'm sure he said his gym.
You know, Billy Nelson's same age as me.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm sure he said his gym's only had one defeat in the past. Would it be 6 years or something like that?
There's not fought nobody in top 50, have they? Who they fought? They're only fighting people from Poland and Hungarian plumbers, aren't they? Let's have it right. Now, to be fair to Bacoli, he's done Yoka, hasn't he? And he's done Anderson.
And he smashed Yoka about, battered him for 12 rounds and only just got a decision. They tried to do him on the cards on that one as well.
Yoka, another Joshua from France, when he looked the part, he said all right things, did all right things. Only thing Yoker's got going for him, right, is this. He's got a fit bird. That's about it, really. That's it.
Am I right in saying that Dean White's promoting him now? Is that right?
Dean White's promoting who?
Yoka.
I don't know. Hey, do you know what?
No.
I've given Dean White some stick because we know it ain't his real name, do we? But he does that. He gets it, doesn't he? He does actually talk a lot of sense, doesn't he? You know, in his interviews and that you can see. But he's also playing the game, isn't he? But now I've never really rated Joker. I'd flatten him myself. Shape I'm in. I'd do him now.
Bring him on.
Kill him. Boston Strangler. I get you Boston Strangler, it'd be game over. Now, to be honest with you, like Joker won gold medal, didn't he? Beat Joe Joyce, but I didn't really think he was going to do out in pros. And they were all begging to sign him, weren't they? He got massive signing on fees, didn't he? 1 million and all that, didn't he? He was a millionaire before he even got going. Before he even had 5 wins, he was a multi-millionaire. So how can you? I mean, who bought into that? Can you imagine Eddie looking at him thinking, Frenchman? Come on. Only thing they're good. Only thing they're good for is garlic bread, isn't it? That's about it, really, isn't it?
Another Audley Harrison, eh?
Hey?
A French Audley Harrison.
Audley Harrison. Do you know what his moniker should be when he on his tombstone? Audley Harrison had the biggest feet in boxing, size 22 feet. It's the biggest ever boxing shoot. Do you know that guy Valuef?
Right.
Do you know Valuef who David A beat?
Aye.
He was size 21. He had the biggest feet in boxing. He had size 22 feet, Audley Harrison. Size 22 feet. Size 22 feet, mate. So that about.
I think Lennox Lewis had size 18s. I thought that was massive.
Size 22 feet, Audley Harrison. That's why this is walks like John Wayne. Hey? Big John. Big Frank Smith, I'm coming to see you in a few weeks. My pal at Bury. Love him, Frank, you know. He's 80 nearly now, Frank.
Aye.
Lovely bloke.
Good lad.
Got a 10 with Peter Fury, didn't he? Went no comment. He went, I'm not saying note. What a man. What a man. I read up depths. What a man. Hey? What a man. Took it on chin. His son got a 6 as well. They won't get stuffed. They're real men, aren't they? I want to be around men like that, me. Do you know what I mean?
Stand up guys.
The type of people I like to sit with. Even though Frank doesn't have a beer. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't swill and doesn't party. I like people I like in my company because you feel all right in company like that, don't you? You know?
Proper old school.
You have to sit in people's company like that, Sam Jones. Sam the reach around Jones. Have you seen him? Sam Jones keeps going on about these influencer boxing and all this. Why are you going on about influencer boxing when you're a boxing board of control, registered manager or wherever you are? Well, this is how I look at it, Sam Jones, right? Why don't me and you have a misfits fight, Sam Jones, eh? At 11 stone, I will punch you upside down, eh? Why don't we get at it, eh? You know, I was fat as a pig Michelin, man. I shut my mouth off and all that, and I weren't really up to much, you know, because I had them bags coming off my stomach then for 2.5 years. You know what I mean? I'm all healed up on that now, right? Do you know him? I'll punch him upside down, him at 11 stone. Come and have a do with me, Sam Jones, thinking you're a big hitter, chatting a load of nonsense. Well, that's what they do, don't they? They chat a load of shit. All he is a PR guy for Eddie Hills. Listen, he's the manager of Johnny Fisher, yeah? Right? So let's look at this scenario. I don't mention this again, but some people are thickos and they don't listen first time because when they send me stupid comments and emails, I think, Jesus. And then other people have not heard it. So let me tell you, if Eddie Hills or Spotty Frank ring him up, Sam, the reach around Jones, and say, Sam, this is the fighter that we've got for Johnny, like Radenko. We've got Radenko for Johnny Fisher, Sam. What do you think? He's going to go straight away. Oh, it's a good fight, that, Eddie. How much is Johnny getting? Straight away, he's going to... Johnny Fisher will know how much he's getting already because Eddie would have told Johnny. But they just need somebody to do legwork and push it out there for them. So technically, you're not really a manager. You're not. You're just somebody that's going to go into bat on social media constantly for Eddie's fighter, so they will give him a bit of ticket money. That's all it is. You're not really a proper manager. You're just a gopher. You're just a gopher. You're just like I was for Big Ron. A gopher. That is it, Sam. If you've got a problem, come on here. Let's debate it. Let's have a face-off. Well, let's get at it. Let me show you what I'm about for 54-year-old. 11 stone went through, pop up, bang! What do you reckon, Andy?
Mind he was going to come on your channel, wasn't he? Did you send me
Send me a stupid email, about 4 emails, in fact. Let's do it now, Pork. I'm in lobby at this hotel. They were at some show. Listen. We sat with all them lickers like him. Yeah, get him on. We'll all sat round and they'd all been ready for an ambush, a pork ambush. I seen he coming a mile off me. Well, get gone. I'm not dropping everything for you Saturday afternoon when I make buckies off my head. When I've been on it all day, you don't think I want to take you on, do you? I want to be ready. I want to be in my studio with all my questions. 2 cups of coffee down me and a couple of Pop-Tarts in the morning. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready for you, Sam. I was ready. I'll just have to wait. Sam Jones, do me a favour. I know a kid, right, that gave him some bacon. It was creatine. He were running around going, oh, that were right, gear, that made my lips go numb. You silly, they put lidocaine in it. It's creatine. Oh, I had some right beat last time I went to Sheffield. It was creatine. With a bit of lidocaine. You lost 80 quid, Sam. Do your own work in future. You want to take coke, you need to get the proper tackle. Where you need an ashtray to smash it. When it's rock hard, it's like limestone. That's proper coke. Not that bit where you get it in bag and you go out and squash it into flour with your fingers. That means it's shite. That's what you get at Steffi Bull shows. Shite gear. Anyway. So Sam Jones, let's move on from him because what has he done for Florian Marco and Joe Joyce? And what is he going to do for Johnny Fisher? Listen, all they're going to do for Elmer Fudd, a.k.a. Johnny Fisher, is fucking prop shows up. You know that, Andy, and I know. Right, though, isn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, all he's really doing is annoying you and everybody else.
Right?
Sam Jones. Remember when he came up to Scotland? He wasn't popular there, was he? He was getting heckled to hell when he was it Josh Taylor Catterall press conference, wasn't he? He was getting.
Listen, mate. Listen, let me tell you this, Sam. If I see you in Sheffield, near Nando's or near Fountain or near Inglesgym, if I ever bump into you, right, it's on. Get your coat off. Let's get at it. Talk is cheap, off. Sam. Talk is cheap. I'm going to get you at Boston Stranglehold. I'm going to pluck your hair out like a fucking Buxton chicken. So get ready.
Get me the hard road.
Hey?
Get me the hard road.
Yeah, that's the one. I'll get you in an headlock and I'll pluck it all out like a chicken.
Oh, but I know you. He's fighting tomorrow night.
He'd be bullying if I took him on, wouldn't it? He'd be bullying. And if his mate Joe Joyce got involved, he can have some as well. Big stiff. Big stiff.
He might impose his...
How could he lay a glove on me? I'm slick.
He's getting chased by the mummy. He might impose his bone density on you.
Listen, they're all the ones until they meet me. And you know what they do then, Andy? They all just want a night out with the pork. That's what it is. That's what happens. Right. Sonny Edwards against Galal Yafai. I think it's a good fight. Now, the mates, but now they're going to fight. All of a sudden, we've got intense beef. Can these YouTubers, when you interview these two, can you just say to them, listen, you two, can you stop with this intense beef or brutally honest? I'm fed up of seeing brutally honest in these titles. Do you know that, Andy?
Aye.
Isn't that right, PC Gully, South Yorkshire's finest, eh? From Main Street Police Station, Rotherham, South Yorkshire serving policeman, PC Gully, Boxing King Media. Right. I
He's always in a car showroom.
want to see you are butting in on
He's
it.
always in a car. He's always in a car showroom anytime I see him.
Yeah, they're hanging out back of that BYD, aren't they? Who cares? Listen, I don't know if I told Terry Chapman down earlier. Kid down here, 71 plate Tesla, 26 bags for service. He's second owner. It's 3-year-old or 3.5-year-old. 26 bags. You were like, there you go. Teslas. They're only any good when you buy them brand new, 150 grand, and then you're thinking, oh, this is all right. Nuki them back for free.
Nah,
You get loads of miles. What about when the service bill comes, you mug? Look at me, hey, look at me. Free tax, 90 odd to gallon. Team Volvo.
Diesel's the way forward.
Yeah, that's the one. Diesel is the way forward, mate. Tony the Bell End slagging, slagging Frotchoff about that WhatsApp text he put out there. So what, man? He didn't put the other bad ones out that Big Meat sent him, did he? But what about Flex? Team Flex. What about Flex? Slagging Tony the Bell End off, saying, Tony Bellew, we didn't do good against Usyk. I agree with Flex on that. Usyk played with him. And you had people saying, Tony Bellew were winning that fight. Even the Cobra said he won, but Cobra were calling it for Sky at the time. Carl, you know, and I know, Carl, Tony the Bell End was not winning that fight before Usyk took him out. He was winning like a cat all the way through.
Playing well.
Bellew is technically better than Usyk according to John Nelson, but he's only got 2 parts to his game. He's only got 2. He can only fight 2 ways, right? Usyk's got 8, 9 styles. He can switch it up anytime he wants, like Lomachenko. Soon as he went through the gears, he got it out of second gear, didn't he? And he just took him out. It was food and drink. Food and drink. So stop it. Stop it, Tony. Stop getting greedy, Tony. Look, I agree with Flex on that. Flex does talk a lot of sense when he's not tongue licking Tyson Fury's arsehole. Let's have it right. Flex wants to train Tyson Fury. Everybody knows it. Everybody. It's a quick shortcut. It's a big dough. Who's going to say how bad against Tyson Fury when he can end up getting you £500,000 to train him for fucking 10 weeks? 50 bags a week? Yeah, but Fury's getting millions and millions and millions, but you're getting $500,000. You're not going to get 10%. Not on your Kelly, Nelly. Not on your Kelly Brooker, you're going to get 10%. But hey ho, but Sonny Edwards against Gallia fight, it's a good fight. But they've had the marching orders off Spotty Frank, and he says, look, create some intense beef and sell the fight. So they've got to do, or they're not going to get paid. That's the bottom line. So to go from being besties to enemies to after the fight, hugging and kissing, it's a load of shit. It's a load of shit. You know what I mean? Eubank says he's been inactive because he's been battling a year with this contractor. I'm assuming that's Calla. Am I right?
He's away for him now, yeah. I heard Carlos Montana saying that we're divorced then.
What?
Him and Eubank. He said him and Eubank are now divorced. But he's still a fan of his, the way. That's what he said.
Yeah, because they still want to work with him down the line. They don't burn the bridges. Listen, let me tell you this, right? I've never been married, me, right? If I got married and I got divorced, yeah, I'm not going to say nice things about her. She's going to be a dirty little slag if I'm not with her. You dirty little slag. I don't come near me, you scrubber. It'd be like that, wouldn't it? It won't be, she's a great person. You're a slag. Go away, you slapper. That's what it would be, wouldn't it? Because all goes on about their ex who's the divorce and what a great person and all that. You slag. So why can't they just come out and speak it? Because they're that ingrained in playing the game. Because you know what they are? pimps. You know a pimp, when a prostitute leaves a pimp, it kicks fuck out of her, doesn't it, or batters her, right? But these are special pimps, aren't they? They want to get back with them, don't they? They want to be the mate again. See, they want to shaft you on a Monday, be mates with you on a Tuesday, and then shaft you again on a Wednesday. Because the mums and dads used to do it. Well, the dads. Big Willie Sauerland. Have you seen the state of him, his old man? He was pulling models off his age, wasn't he, back in the day? Can you imagine that? His dad fetching models on, old decrepit old man who couldn't get it up. He's fetching models back to house, right? And you've got Calla and Nissy there in other bedrooms in private school. What an upbringing they had. They're playing the game, mate. Plus the pricks anyway, the Tottenham fans. Pricks, mate. Pricks. I've no time for them. No time for them whatsoever. I ain't got time for many boxing people now. Listen, I don't have half of them in my company like I used to. Shithousers, mate. Lickers. No time for him, but he's one of the biggest. Calla, I'd have it with you on Hard Road, you. I'd have it with him on. I'd have it. He was going on about. He's not much cop in the ring. What did he call it? The tarmac, didn't he? Well, I'll have it on tarmac, Calla. I'll have it on tarmac with you, silly. Imagine him in jail. Imagine it. Do you know what he would be in jail? He'd be one of them that makes teas for screw. He'd make teas for screws, trying to get his Cap D in and home leave. He'd be making teas for screws. And we all know about people who do that, don't we, in prison? What we think about them. Hey? I know what I think about people who run around making cups of teas for screws in jail. Well, I'm doing it for my cat's EP. Come near me, in my company, you. Making tea for them.
boy.
It's as good as being a nonce. You know what I mean? Eubank for me is a gimmick fighter. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Well, he's probably the best out of the gimmick fighters.
You what?
He's probably the best out of the gimmick fighters like Ben and Campbell, Hands of Foam Hatton and that. You'd probably say Eubank best out of that. What?
Go on then, Andy. Go on, you were saying.
I would say he's the best out of the gimmick fighters, you know, Connor, Ben, Campbell, Hands of Foam Hatton. And...
Yeah, Eubank is, yeah. He's the best one out of them, Andy, yeah. But he's got rid of Bomac, hasn't he? Who got him his best win over Beefy Smith. That's his best win over Beefy Smith.
Yeah.
Who else has he beat that's any good? Arthur Abraham were an old man. James De Gale were washed up. Right, that's two. Who else has he beat? He won that IBO against that Ronaldo Quinlan, didn't he? So he's had an IBO out of the job. He's a gimmick, isn't he? He flew to British against Nick Blackwell, although he beat him, but he got easily matched. He got rid of Bomac, who's got him his best win. But who would Beefy Smith's best win? He'd not. Who would Beefy Smith's best win?
Eubank.
There you go. That were it. That's the Beefy Smith. Beefy Smith's famous for what? Having grey hair when he was 7. He had grey hair when he was 7 and looked like a tennis ball, grey tennis ball. I mean, when he was coming through, when Beefy Smith were coming through, they were saying, who's that guy? They were basically known as Paul Smith's little brother, wasn't he? The schoolboy with grey hair. The George Hamilton of schoolboys.
Like a badger.
You know what I mean?
There's
no loyalty, Andy, though, is there? When you're getting rid of Bomac, who's just got your best wing, and Bomac turned around and said, look, this is what I want for the next fight. And he's gone, no, I'll change myself. Because the gambler really done all this poking, hasn't he? That's what this is.
Didn't go well in the past when he trained himself for the Groves fight, did it? It was
what?
Remember, did he not train himself for the Groves fight? And that didn't go too well, did it? I think he's an underachiever, Eubank. I think he could have done a lot better if he'd knuckled down and maintained some kind of continuity, more active and whatnot, and stuck with one trainer. Maybe even listen to his old man, but probably too hard-headed to do that. I think he could have done better, but it's probably too late in the game now. He's 34. He's older than his dad was when he retired, isn't he?
Yeah. You know when Horsecock's going on about these three dudes that have, I know 3 people that are serving silent bans but won't name them. But I think that's out of order, Joe. But I think we all know who two of them are, don't we? Allegedly, Crush and Dylan White. Do you think other ones feel it's cash?
I don't know. Who was the guy that got Bricktop's fighter? Was it Tunde and
Yard.
was it Yard or was it somebody else? There's another name I can't think of. Is there not somebody else? One of Bricktop's fighters failed a drugs test quite a while
Oh,
back.
but if they're signing these non-disclosures, right, and all promoters are in on it, Board of Control are in on it, UCAD are in on it, and the lawyers and all the families and all them around and all going to keep it hush. Where does that leave the sport of boxing's integrity? I mean, when I got involved in boxing, we all know what I used to do, and I did it. I did good out of it. Don't get me wrong, we're legal. So I was looking for something else to do. I had a car pitch. I did what I did. Oh, I involved with Dennis's dad. I met Dennis. Oh, boxing. Yeah, Dennis will make a fortune. You know what you're on with you. Oh, I can post it all I can sing and think of, don't I? Load of shit. Load of stuff bubbling. Only thing fucking bubbling was Dennis talking a load of shit. Do you know what I mean? He was washed up, wasn't he, when I got there? The point I want to make is this. Where are we going with it? Where are we going with these drug testings and that? Why is it people can like have these non-disclosure bans where you can't talk about it, but yet they're banned for taking drugs? They've been in a fight, punching people in the head and getting punched in the head, but they can take that punch because they've had steroids or whatever they've had, performance drugs, and they're landing punches on people because they've had steroids. But we're going to ban you, but nobody's allowed to know about it. So disappear for 1 year or 2 years, then come back and everything will be all right. Where are we fucking going with this? Where does and how many people have been punched in face and knocked about by people, and then them people have been banned? And do these other people who lost that fight, do they get to know about this? Because that's what I want to know.
They're part of the punishment for me should be the exposure, the label. They should be labeled drug cheat, banned for what 2 years or 3 years, whatever. When they get their license back, they should still have that tag on them. As a drug cheat.
What I want to see next to these people is an asterisk. Tyson Fury had 3 drug issues: nandrolone, cocaine, and a refusal. Why did he refuse? We don't know about that one. Point I want to make is there is, in my opinion, and most boxing fans, but it's not in the record books, but everybody knows, had a drug ban asterisk next to his name. Kid Galahad, he's not going to get a job in media, is he? Right? He's got an asterisk next to his name. Do you know why? Convicted drug cheat. Billy Joe, fantastic boxer, went to Olympics, did a drug ban, asterisk next to his name. You know, you see where I'm coming with this, don't you?
On box rec, asterisk.
Asterisk. But this man has failed a dope test. But they're saying they're clean all the way through the career. But once you tell a lie, you got to tell another on it. Or you got to do what Fury does. You got to shut it down. You got to shut the media down first. You take the big guys out, don't you? Like TalkSport. Fury took them clean out, didn't he? He took Simon Jordan and the Gad straight out. Befriended the Gad, took Simon Jordan, who had a bit more balls than the Gad, took him out as well. So Fury covered his arse, didn't he? None at media who've got access to him can ask the question. You saw that guy ask Fury about that money to homeless, didn't you? We've seen it, didn't we? The American kid. What happened? They had him removed, didn't they, from press, didn't they? They had him
that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. Why? Tyson Fury did a great thing. Oh, I'm donating. Listen, I'll tell you a story on that. I've donated all my purse money from the Wilder fight to a charity. That was so the message got back to Big Mick Hennessy. I ain't got no money, Mick. I've give it away. Mick Hennessy didn't bat an eyelid. He just served papers on him and put him in high court. And what happened? Fury poo-pooed it and paid him 1.5 million, settled out of court and costs. Why is that? When he had no money a week before, and he gave it all to charity. You didn't give zero to charity, you liar. Billy liar. You gave no. What sort of man says he gives 7 million to homeless, right? And don't. and then settles out of court on hush, but can't talk about it. Yeah. Well, Mick had him nailed. Mick were going to nail him in court with text messages, voice messages, voice texters, the lot. He were going to nail him, Big Mick, but he kept his counsel, did he? Didn't he? And Fury settled out of court. Poo-pooed it. But why ain't anybody pulling him up about that? Because A, they're frightened to death because you might get Big John there sticking nut on you. And B, they don't want to lose access, like Carl Froch said. You don't want to lose access. We all know what happened. Tyson, you never gave a penny to charity. So why say it? Why embarrass yourself? Why can't Bricktop come out? Listen, when they all fall out down the line, they'll all sell the stories.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. Pop, poppity, pop.
They'll all write books.
Huh?
They'll all write a book.
Write a book about what? What are they going to write a book about? Lies. Did you read his father's book? My life as the head of the Fury bare knuckling family. So if he were a bare knuckle fighter and he weren't, who were the others? Because there isn't none. Well, who are they? Who are other bare knuckle fighters from that family? There isn't none, is there? Oh,
Bartley Gorman. Bartley Gorman.
He's not Fury, though, is he? His name is Gorman, isn't it? They might be related down the line, but he's not. He want the head of the family, John Murray. So why invent knackers, John? Knackers chatters. That's what I call them. Knackers chatters. Well, that's what they are, aren't they?
I did see him one time.
For the sake of it.
I remember him saying to who's an American boxing woman, can't remember her name. He said to her, 99% of what we say is bullshit, he said. So he was maybe telling the truth there.
Mate, I've never known a man lie so much in my life and get away with it, and nobody pull him up about it. Why is that? You get a pit belt in my house when I was a kid coming out with bullshit like he comes out with. Woo! I know about the pit belt, mate. I would always want to listen. When I was 9, I was stood in front of assembly, Ed Lowe Jr. as Mr. Simonton, their youth at front. I had to put my hands like I am now. Put my hands there. I had to stand like that. I think I'm joking, don't you? I had to stand like that with my arms like that, with my arse like that, and take wax to arse from this big white pump there going on. 6 of them in front of full school. Now, if you did that now, like if you did that now, Andy, to a kid, he'd be on news at 10. But that's what they need. My two need it. My two need it. When I say, right, dinner time, and they're sat there with their arms folded. So what I'm eating my dinner. What's the matter here? Oh, I don't want that. What are you on about? It's steak. It might be stolen, but get it out. No, we want a McDonald's. Sat there like that. 11-year-old with arms folded. Imagine that. The head would have got put through dinner plate when I was a kid. What? What? I want a McDonald's. And I want a fruit shoot and an ice cream with Smarties in it. So you're getting that.
McFlurry.
So then they've got no food. What do they do then? You don't feel, well, it'll be here in the morning for you. They go upstairs then, they get on the phones, don't they, and tell the mates. And the mates say, phone police. Because they're all backward, aren't they? Kids nowadays are backward. Oh, phone police, you're not being fed. Cruelty to kids.
World's gone mad.
70s when your dad were there in Pitbest carving little spuggy of a chicken on a Sunday, and you were grateful to get some of it on your plate. All right,
that's it.
Let's see what else I've got in my bag of tricks. Dylan White, we know he's serving one, don't we? Derek Chisora come out, didn't he, on IFL, is it, and said, look, I can't fight Dylan because he's not allowed to fight in UK. Well, if that ain't telling us he's serving a silent ban, Derek, I don't know what is. So I'm Team Derek now, even though he's 41 with his brain scrambled. Well, he is, isn't he? Let's have it right. The man's head's gone. Andy, come on. You can't tell. You can't tell.
He's taking way too much punishment, eh?
Andy, come on.
Way too much.
His head's gone. His head's gone, you know. Have you got his head? Whoa! When was the last time he went and wore him? When? Taka. Takam won it, and then he lost every second. He lost every second of every round in that fight until he got that lucky punch in. We all saw what Caballel did to him, don't we? We all saw what Fury did to him, but let's have it right. Food and drink to him. Why won't he fight Yuri Fury? I know why, because Styles make fights now. He's been offered Yuri Fury fight off Sky for good money. You don't want the Yuri fight, do you? You don't want that smoke, do you, Del Boy? Hey?
Yuri's all wrong for him, isn't he?
Yuri's all wrong for him. Look, Yuri's not biggest puncher in the world, is he? But he's hard. He can punch hard enough to, you know, he's not a wilder puncher, is he? But he'd hit you hard enough for you to know you've been hit. You know what I mean? He won't get near Yuri. He won't lay a glove on him. Yuri would pepper him all night.
Box his head off.
Pop, 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 pop. You know, like his Uncle John. Pop, 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 pop. What?
Pop, pop, bang.
Jack Massey against OPT. Who you got, Andy?
I think I favour OPT, but I'd like to see Jack Massey do well, because he's a tough guy, Jack Massey. I think it'll be a distance fight. I don't think OPT is going to get him out of there. I think it'll probably be a distance fight, but because OPT is one of the next big things, he'll probably get favour on the cards, won't he?
I like him, Jack Massey. I like him.
Yeah.
I hope he does that. He's in an hard fight there. This kid's got everything on him.
But he's fearless. He'll fight anybody, Jack Massey.
He didn't look good. He didn't look good in his last fight, OPT. He was admiring his work too much. His work rate's dropped. He wasn't fainting as much, and I'm wondering if he's starting to believe his own hype. Joe Gallagher will pick up on all that. That's food and drink to Joe G, isn't it? And I hope he does.
He was struggling down the stretch, wasn't he? The last couple of rounds, he was kind of hanging on, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So you never know. You never know. The upset could be on the cards.
Upset? Well, I hope. I think it's a lot closer than what people are making out. You know, hey, listen, Iggy Parker, all he wanted, all trouble he needed, and it's only a couple of weeks ago the Bricktop and all the rest of them were all they were basically doing a Sam Jones, weren't they? Giving Parker a reach around. Sam the reach around Jones, isn't that right, Sam?
Who's Parker fighting next to him?
Who?
Well, Bricktop was saying, Parker's got a rematch with Zhang, but I think
wants to see that load of shit. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Parker. Stinkinator. I've got no time for Joseph Parker. You are the original Stinkinator. I don't like you. Go on, get back to New Zealand. You know what I mean? Rob Huey, didn't they? Robbed him.
I think Turkey Al-Sheikh wants Bakoli versus Zhang, didn't he?
Yeah, he will do it. Listen, Billy Nelson will take that in an heartbeat. Billy, 10% Nelson. Well, Billy will have that. If Billy can manage you as well, he'll take 30. Pop, pop, bang on that, Bill. Johnny Fisher, a.k.a. Elmer Fudd. Is he going anywhere? Or where's he going? He's everybody's pal. He don't want to say, he's like a cyborg, isn't he? Oh, I like him. Oh, he's a friend of mine. Oh, I sparred him. He's an hard spot. Oh, he's talking about men who are in the same division as him, who they might fight down the line. And he's doing a Sam Jones, and he's giving it the old reach around. Reach around Sam. That's your new nickname.
He doesn't want to rock the boat, Johnny Fisher. He's like a big boat stabilizer.
He's what? What about that Hamzat Shiraz? Is he going to fight anybody with a heartbeat? What do you think to that, Andy?
I think he's going places, Hamzat Shiraz. I think he's going to be one of the top guys at that weight.
Yeah.
I think he's been matched quite well so far. So see where he goes next. Who's he got in that? He's on one of the big shows, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, we're going to see, aren't we? Do you want to go on to part 3, Andy?
Yeah. Get you over there.
See you on part 3.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Give me 2 minutes, mate.
Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget to go on Porky's International, our sister channel. There's a right video just gone on there. I am not messing about today. Anybody who gets in my way, I'm just going to steamroll them. All right, don't forget Gary's www.boxersinneed.com. Go have a look at the link. It's all good stuff.